While at IIM Ahmedabad, it kind of prepares you for all the different facets that you believe you would face as you step foot into the corporate world. It kind of equips you with all the knowledge that you would possibly need in the initial stages as you're building your career. It also helped me a lot on building my confidence in terms of speaking to people, because the peer group was so diverse, and just the whole fact that as a student I got to study with so many brilliant individuals from across the country. So to tell you what it felt like while as a student I was just transitioning into corporate world, all of us at some level felt that we had arrived and we were all set to take it head on, and possibly because of all that we had gained during our MBA, we were really cut out to do really well in the corporate life, in the corporate world. But then the transition really hits you is when you actually start working, and on day one, while you know that you're extremely equipped with all the subject matter expertise, a lot of it, when you start hitting the ground running, it stops working. And that's not because the school didn't really prepare me for it. The school prepared me as well as it could. But then there's that difference is the transition that we all talk about, that while you know that in books and in theory everything is supposed to work, and then when we started and we really started working and getting our hands dirty, we realized that no, not always what's in theory translates into practice. So I would probably say that that's been the most beautiful part of the transition of my journey as a student to being a corporate individual, because while I can always go back to my learnings from what I learned at B school, and I'm forever grateful to them having transformed me into a very well-rounded individual, it always also keeps me on my toes that what I learned there will not always translate into success in the corporate field, corporate domain, because a lot of it is just trial and error and hits and misses, and not always the one who goes by the book always wins. So I think, to sum it in a nutshell, all I would say is, while as a student we should make the most out of it and get all the knowledge that we can in a B school, I think what I personally felt my personal learning was that being mindful of the fact that whatever we are learning is only going to help us so much, and we also should keep our minds open to a lot of things that will not work. What we are learning today was my biggest transition that came to me as I moved from school to corporate.